Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Alright, well, we did eventually get the move up that I was looking for yesterday, but then we went lower, and tonight we definitely went lower. Wondering what happened right here off of the open. Kind of interesting. But you know, they haven't really done much with it. So I think there's probably going to be a test of this 045. We already have that marked in the low. Then we got some stuff below us. 30. My DOM is getting awfully messy. Something has happened at almost every price up here now. Yep, in fact, look, there they go. I'm buying it on the open. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, and then equities made a really good recovery, and then so yeah, I don't know. Anybody's guess what's going to happen today? Personally, a very uncertain area, so we're definitely going to have to anticipate things and be willing to take the risks. We do have core retail sales up from month over month here in 10 minutes. Now, what else? How's Bitcoin look? Oh, Bitcoin looks ugly. Not like devastating, but it's pretty ugly. Yeah. Saw a thread yesterday on Reddit that had a lot of salt in it about cryptocurrencies. Lots of people crying. Woe is me, I bought in at 900 in Ethereum and now it's like 250 or something. It's pretty bad out there. Well, I wouldn't necessarily rule out, since we're above 040 now, and that's where I would be willing to take a long if we had one. But I would not rule out a test of the highs. Seems like there's plenty of resistance too. Anyways, we need to grab our links. Derivatives trading involved. Old recording. Fine, be that way. Yeah, they're just blowing right through. There was a 5,000 there at 050, but they're They look like they're about to blow right through it. Iceberg. So, not what I was expecting.
Block by.
If it comes back down there, we definitely don't want it. Could continue. Oof. That's a lot of volume there, man. See, we would have gotten filled there. I don't think I want to be filled here. Putin might have his own personal Bloomberg terminal. I was just saying to the guys in Discord that I'm starting to become more convinced that whoever is selling is like the Russians or some other state actor trying to push up interest rates. Which, if it's true, then all of this noise about Turkey is actually a good thing, right? Like if somebody's selling and bad stuff is going on that causes a bunch of investors to step up and buy it, like that's good. At least short term, that's good. I don't know what happens when the risk goes away and those buyers no longer want them, but man. Uzi's here early. That's good. Good. So there was 10 there. There's 10 here. And it's not going. And I wonder if they buy up through this, do they start selling those 6 too? Oh, so did we just got the news? I didn't hear it over the squawk. What's with that? It didn't load correctly. Okay.
To evaluate the potential going private from C ask.
Oh, okay, so the core retail sales is tomorrow. Import prices was 0 versus 0.1, which is deflation. That's bad. That could cause some buying, or it could be the cause of some buying. But people already had bought. Very interesting. Yeah, they may be about to bury these guys. I could potentially sell here at like 055 now. I don't know if you would get filled, so maybe you want to hit into 050. That would be okay. That'd still be 2 ticks. But then you would have to take it off at the VWAP. What is the probability of that happening? I think it's okay. There's just a ton of buying here at 05. So if they are able to trade 04 half, those people are going to have to puke, I think. It's just like they totally hit a wall. So if I'm going to hit into it, I really need to see these guys to be weak too. Get rid of that. Nope. That's not what I expected. This right here is like one of my least favorite things to see. You're just icebergs on both sides all over the place. Not good. It's not good for scalping. Right? It prevents price from moving, and it makes it harder to make a read because basically what we're saying is that 10,000, 20,000 market orders at any one price is not enough to move to market. That there are people on the limit side making all the decisions, and you can't see what they have or which side is bigger, and there's no way to predict which one is going to win. So we have to wait for it to get incredibly out of balance.
In Turkish update, then US charged affairs in Turkey visits store to be resolved with were due to this store charged affairs in Turkey visiting Pastor Brunson.
Okay, so they're hitting 6. Okay, I went right through it. And pretty strong bids in the 5 here. The ZV is too close to the open for me to do anything. This is where the toilet gets clogged before it pops, and that's why I didn't sell. Where was the open? Oh, I see what you mean. ZV is already at yesterday's close. / point of control. What was the target that John had in there? TPOC from yesterday at 14. See, you're seeing a lot of market volume long, and it's not necessarily making progress, right? Like from a market margin theory perspective, yes, we're moving up, but are they moving up well? No, they're not. Sellers are absolutely catching it. And that doesn't mean I'm saying that there's a short here, but I definitely think that increases the possibility of a reversal here. See, they're fighting it there, but the buyer is insistent. No, they hit it at 06, and there's still strong buying there too. Okay, so now a big offer is showing up in the 5-year. This order here in the 5-years got me thinking they might try and move something here. Okay, gotta be careful here because I just got filled on a sweep. And some of that liquidity that I saw in the 5-year did pull. You did see 1,000 pull. Okay, this bid here in the 10-year is getting unusually strong. I'm trying to push, but people aren't buying. Not yet. Hmm. Ooh. Okay. That was quite a significant drop across the board there. You need to see people hit into 055. Don't seem concerned by that tick down yet. These 32 35s now in the 5-year. Here and here. And then this where our stop is. But something against us is that. I don't like that. The 16. When we tick down, we did get some selling in the 5-year, but otherwise, not a lot of volume has come out of that. This just feels like here's that one, you just want that one tick and it never happens, you know? Okay, another hit in the 5-year. Didn't go. The offer is actually the weak one in the 10. I find that a little concerning. So they should be weakening up at 055 and seeing the 18. So that might mean that they think it's going to hold. Also, not necessarily seeing those 6.5 thicken up as much as we need. Okay, now it is. Wow. Interesting. That big 5 there is. And here now it's even thicker in the 5-year at 3,400 at 18 quarter. Not its huge offer, but enough. This is weak. That's gonna take a bit to eat through. So the problem here is we still got all of this liquidity underneath of us in the 5-year. Even though the offer is looking like it's holding, this still looks stronger. I really like that they're stacking here. Although that could be a bad thing if they tick up and it pulls.
Just ahead of the US cash equity open, our US cash equity preview is on the board.
Okay. So a few more pulled that time. And this bid is looking stronger here in the 5-year. Okay. Big stacking that time, wow. But it's fighting at 06, it doesn't want to go. Yeah, I'm gonna tick up. So that time the buyer put up 2,500. And I'm seeing a lot of pulling at 065. Yep. Okay. I think part of my problem was that really 065 was the price that I should have taken in the first place. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
some European data here. ECB says foreign reserves fell 300 million euros to 264 billion euros. Just a heads up, Turkey President Erdogan it speaks in Ankara again.
If we get another tick down, that's the thing is that 74. That 74 is still building. Okay, they tried to take it down, but it just didn't go. Seeing an iceberg there to 6 is a little problematic too, to be honest. Because, you know, if they were able to take 055, then a couple of other statistics come into play. But without it and them holding it at 06 is bad for the sellers, I think. Now, this is still super thick and at 2 prices too, 7 and 6. But, I mean, it's been buying this whole time. You do still have some people in the 5-year trying to play this. Now you're getting a lot of level 2 changes. That's weakened up a little bit in the 5-year. They look like they want to tick down. Okay. Hmm. Interesting that the offer is so strong in ZT. I don't actually know if that means anything. I don't watch that enough, but I wanted to see these. Okay. Okay.
Some German news here from the Bundesbank board, and they have no objection against Mauderer appointment. Correction on that, Mauderer.
I think this has been bid for a long time. Not quite how I wanted that to go. So I wanted to see 055 tick. Well, now you're getting up to that critical 10K again. Yep. Okay.
some more news out of Turkey here. Turkish central bank says allocates $84 million in 1 month lira NDF auction. Received bids of 84 million. Just in FX, we're seeing Euro Swiss drop below Monday's level of hitting a low of 1 spot 12.87. That's a new 1 year low in the pair.
It seems like the people on the inside aren't as willing to step up anymore. Whoa. S&P is moving down a little bit here. How many does that make? 13. 13 bars inside of this range. Well, ZB did tick down. Actually, that's 2 ticks down in ZB now, isn't it? They need to tick 07 first. There's definitely going to be people leaning there. Yeah. So this bid in the 5-year is still not. But the 5-year, they're not making a move. And in the 30-year, we did move down, of course, but you're just going to get leaners at 08. You're going to get people that are going to buy 08 because it's the bottom of the range. So that doesn't get us anywhere. For this to move, I think that bid at 18 needs to pull away. Or they hit it, I guess. Moving that down is just kind of like it, just in case something crazy happens. So you can see that the 30-year did tick back up. Okay, I bought it in the 5-year, but it didn't tick up. Not yet. I ticked up in UB. Looks like Pete at Jigsaw is enjoying AWS from Amazon.
We're also hearing as well that Turkey Treasury Finance Minister Berat Albayrak speaks in Ankara as well. Turkey Treasury Finance Minister Albayrak says that the attack on the lira was declared on August 10th.
Are they taking up because this guy is talking, maybe?
Albayrak says a central banking regulator took all measures. Turkey to remain within free market rules. Some news out of Spain here. Spanish PM Sanchez comments on Aquarius Accord in tweet. We are looking at that. Some more from Albayrak here. Turkey
right.
to continue to taking measures on banks.
Yeah.
Framework agreement on loan restructurings signed. Albayrak goes on to say central bank decisions to relax banks on liquidity. Some more from Albayrak says he's taking all necessary measures to relieve the market and will continue to take measures within free market rules. Some more again from Albayrak here. Turkish banks' capital ratios way above threshold.
Kind of interesting there in the 5-year as well that they did get out of the range, but only a tick, and it's still going slowly.
See the other finance minister, Frank.
Looks like the buyer's still there. So they did trade through 070 and what's happening? And they're just putting liquidity up at 075. In our initial action in E-mini, let's pull that up. It looks like buying. Yep. Bouncing pretty hard. Though given that treasuries want to move up, that might be a little bit of a suspicious move.
Just be aware, starting to get some comments now from the Chinese Commerce Ministry saying that the US safeguard measures on the photovoltaic imports have harmed the China legal rights. Also, in metals news, that's from Escondida Union. They are optimistic about reaching a deal on. Getting further comments from the Turkish finance minister now. Speculations on the Turkish economy are bearing big potential risks for.
Well, big collision right there.
More from the Chinese Commerce Ministry urging the US to take measures to right track.
That's a little suspicious. See, buyer's still there. Right. Lots of time risk here. Or there was a lot of time risk when you in a 13 tick zipper and you had to wait 20-40 minutes for it to do something, and then it did do something and you made 3 ticks, if that. Yet it's so much easier to just get stopped out up there, you know. So that time they bought it, they did try and sell it like I expected, but the bid held. Okay. Now the offer is a lot stronger. And nobody's hitting 06. Oh, okay. Thank you. Whoever that one order was. Shouldn't get too greedy here. I mean, it's been a pretty strong move up. And granted, if we do reverse here, it could be pretty strong going against, but it's been so slow. I think that there's a really good chance that even if we start going the other way, that it just continues to be really slow. I mean, at 06 was where we took a bunch of our trades, right? There's probably going to be some support here between 06 and 05 half. So you might run into an iceberg right there. Definitely a big offer left behind in the 5-year when we come down. That's going to be a gap, although they haven't traded 18 quarter yet. I can see Izzy was looking for a sell too. Still not trusting it. I don't know when he said that though. Okay, so far the 06 looks weak, but it's not going. And here the 10-year has moved more than the 5-year. The 30-year has moved more than the 5-year. And we're getting a little bit of steepening across the board on the curve. So that's probably a lure.
Comments now from Germany's Merkel on Eurozone reforms. The Eurozone finance ministers would need extra budget and parliamentary oversight.
He was only putting up 300 and they weren't going for it. That's interesting. Somebody moved an order from here to here.
Towards integrating the budget for you. Budget.
So the 30-year is going to be the one that's going to have to push us. Okay, so there it took it. And we get below that 08, then we could start to get something a bit more. Okay. So ZB took it. Okay, they did get a tick back up with a pretty decent bid on it too. And they didn't get past 055. Would help if the E-mini could catch a bid here. They're at the bottom of their value area. It doesn't look like they're going to do it at the moment. This would be the kind of spot where the E-mini would turn around, but like you're not really seeing a lot of volume go through here. Not long, at least. It did not take a lot of volume to get back up here. So that concerns me. It did take a weight, right? My chart doesn't seem to show it right. Oh yeah, oh wait, it was where the high was. But for some reason my tick chart doesn't show the tick. Oh no, wait, it must have been from the beginning of the session. Yes, it was. Okay. So now they have double topped. Here again, it's like we might get an actual tick down. It's not happening yet. If we get another tick down, then it starts to look like, okay. Then it starts to look like double top at 07.5, which is one tick below the high of the session. That looks really negative. E-mini did catch a bit of a bid there. Well, the 5-year did tick up. We need to see the bid pull away. We need to see a flip here in the 5-year. There you go. making me sleepy, guys. Even when I've got a tick in, it's making me sleepy. Uzi went short 08. I take it that one. Did you get the 07? You got a profit off of it? Ooh, don't. That's the spot to cut it close, dude. Now, if CB can break this 08 again. I think we could have some fun. Oh, he scratched it. Good. Wise choice. I was kind of surprised because you're not one to take one on the edge of the profile. That's the mistake I always make. So the 5-year is playing games with us now. It was a really strong move up that is immediately reversing.
There's comments now from the Italian Deputy PM Salvini. Restraints can't limit these spending.
So you get another strong tick across the board up. Even though the book is starting to look really, really bearish. The E-mini just took a dive down when that happened. But the E-mini's still kind of turning around. Yep. Sellers are still absorbing a lot. Wow. So when they hit that 065, they hit it. It didn't tick down, but it definitely affected the level 2 when it happened. Yeah, okay, so they did end up ticking down. E-mini is moving up a little bit. Of course, that was like a kind of a stop run, so if they come back up to this 28.30, they might try and stop it and turn it around there.
From CTFN that CPS is set to discuss an Medicare Part D sale with the Department of Justice to the region in a matter of weeks.
The seller really has to defend the SO55. If it breaks the SO55 again, then you have some pretty significant. You've got like a double top, lower high, lower low. Hmm. Interesting that why did this go from super red to a little bit of blue? It was right here because some of this pulled at 05. Looks like it, yeah. You can see it here in the I think one of the orders we gotta watch is this one right here in the 5-year. And of course this, because we got leaners there in the ZB. If I see anything right here. Okay, you saw it flicker for a second.
Someone from Chancellor Merkel saying she hopes that there won't be a totally Brexit.
Uh-huh. Because you've done everything in your power to make sure that the Brexit goes as smoothly and as painlessly as possible.
Someone from Merkel saying she does prefer contractual.
Look at all that size there at 07 now. Almost 400 pulled. Okay, now they're stacking it again. You can see them defending it here. these two. Okay. 5-year fell out by a tick. Ten-year fell out by a tick.
From Merkel saying that Brexit can't be static and must be adaptable to changes.
Again, this is just like an emergency take profit, so I might still take it off at 04. Well, I guess 1 or 2 ticks isn't enough, but when you get to 3, then I wake up, apparently. Yeah, so they traded through the 07 and the 30-year, but it's not... There's still a lot of liquidity below us.
Just a bit of emerging market news, not IHS market, saying balance on sovereign debt has increased.
And there's a little bit too much volume this step right here. And this big order here in the 30 years seems to... Well, we should clear this now. Where was we seeing it at? 17. This is the one. Still seeing the offer absorb. Yeah, so you see the tick up 41. So not what we want to see.
Equity news now from Wall Street. That Wells Fargo risk officer Mark Darcy is
Okay, 1308.
Merkel now saying that turmoil is showing the value of a shared European currency.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, like... I think that's fucking hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. See, the reason we should have a strong, central currency is so that we can allow countries like Turkey fuck up our currency. Like, what the? What? Okay. I should just ignore what she says because it's distracting me here. And look, we got a good hit at 05. This 175 still isn't pulling away yet. Ah, okay. Pulled. So I'm still a little confused by what's going on here in the book, but the big orders up here above us. Oh, we should move this, by the way. The big orders, they disappeared in the 10-year. Now the 30 years got a pretty big offer up above it. So it's starting to look more and more negative. You can see right here when they broke through, the way that the book flipped. The 5-year, I think the reason, I think the reason this changes is because I'm only showing the inside 5. Let's check that. I look at the depth and balance. Yeah, I'm showing the inside 5. So that's what's going on there. What did our UB and ZT do? Okay, ZT hasn't moved at all, I don't think. UB has definitely come down. Significantly. Significantly so. So if we get another tick up, was there still going to be liquidity up at 06? No, there's not. Whew. So about 4,000 contracts bought up in there, and they just piled back on top of them. Yep. Not the first time I've seen that one. Not very common, but always really weird when you see that one. And now it breaks, yeah. So I'm reading a book that it's called The Nature of Risk, and I got it from Futures Trader 71. He talked about it in a webinar about, and that's where he got the concept of price risk versus information risk. But there's the other type of risk that we have in there is time risk. And so you can see how, as a scalper, you really have to manage the time risk too, right? Because we had it right, technically speaking, at 06. Like, in retrospect, we can say that all of those, I took a couple of them, didn't I? Yep, I took 3 up there. At 2 at 06, and then 1 at 07. I wish I had held that one, because then I'd be another tick up. But so we were right. But because of the location, it was in a place where it was there for a very, very, very long time. And because of the price risk, you just end up with a really good chance that you get stopped out. So I think my next, well, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing right now, for sure. 2 to 3 ticks risk, 4 to 6 ticks, or sorry, 3 to 6 ticks profit. And just taking out where I see it and really looking at where we're going to hold and where we're not. But I'm also going to start trying to look for ways that I can tell that there's going to be a lot of price risk, right? What is it that causes that zipper? Why does this stay there for so long? Is there a way that you can predict that it's going to be in that time period? And we can avoid the time risk. kind of interesting the way that the flip has worked here. So this flip has been saying that the way that they've been pulling has been that the bids have been pulling, and that's negative. Especially when you get like these. Interesting. So something I need to watch in the future is some spots like these. Ended up being very.
What's not from UK debt management off 1 billion points per 1.5% index linked yield. 2.26 on.
Well, it's 8:30. Offer 04 is thickening up. So the thing that we got right here is when we get to the VWAP, they usually do stop, and they usually touch the other side of the VWAP, at least for a tick. The 5-year is not quite ready to go through yet. I think that the 5-year is going to take another tick down at least, though. Now, key on my mind right now is that the cumulative delta in ZN did not drop. Spreading. Okay, so this is interesting. We've got liquidity on both sides of it in the 10-year now. E-mini looks like it's clear for launch, but let's see if they actually do it. Concerned about what the 5-year is going to do here. They've been buying it through this. If we get it tick down, I think we could get a good Could move down to, well, so there's going to be the 03. We're going to watch 03. So 03 was the open. But if they enter into this profile, I think they trade through it, maybe even down to the lows. Okay, so there's a strong tick down and they're absorbing on the bid.
No, Sadie.
Oof. Okay, so there's the E-mini took another step up. Okay. Yep. Okay, so not a strong bid when they're coming back, and it's the sellers are still fighting to keep an offer. I'm not seeing. No, so a lot sold there in the 5-year. I really thought there was a good chance that it was going to come down here to this 02. Now I'm not so sure. So I shouldn't be like super surprised to see a 10K at 040. But, you know, the sellers tried to hold it, and I don't think that they've got enough there. So now, well, there could still be more. There's definitely more sellers out there based on cumulative delta. So something that I've seen happen to me in this situation before is I do get filled, and that's when they sweep it and they start going lower. And I get out at exactly before it breaks, you know? So now you're getting the pulls the other way. And the bid is building up too. Although 30 years still looks awfully bearish, doesn't it? Good deal. Okay. So in the end, so that's 3. And then I got 6 off of that. So in the end I made 3. No, in the end I made 2. That's 5. Yes. 5 minus 3, 2. I mean, it covers the commissions, right? I did make money. That's not super spectacular though. Okay, how should we do this? Let's post our Bitcoin charts first. Bitcoin's super interesting right now. What they do? Well, they're going back down. Okay. Okay, so let's just pull up the, let's just write in our trades here. Boom, boom, boom. So we should have 4 in here, right? Oh, did I not? I don't know why I didn't fill these ones out. Okay, but this one. Okay, so I want to say I followed the plan. I don't know if I really reacted to the market behavior or not. I mean, it was kind of all over the place. I felt okay about it. I have to say pretty great. So the big thing is that I really could have gotten 0.7 frankly. I think it did trade through there. But definitely 0.7, and I took 0.7 at one point, and I should have held that one. So that's where that one was. So when we come into this one, the one that was break even, I was like, gut feeling at the time of exit was like, no. Should have held this, but I got back in, so it's okay. It was a scalp. It was a counter trend trade. I should probably change this up because I don't really do the things anymore. Okay, and then where's the 2 losers? So this one was the one tick. So yes, I don't think I reacted well to the market behavior because I didn't know that it was coming up, and I just held it because of the stats. And that one. Okay, and then this one. So where did this was in at 6. Okay. Okay. So now when I come into this journal queue, there should be nothing there. Sweet. Okay. And any comments? Probably not, but... Oh, Uzi debating whether he wants to take another one. Yeah, well, this is the summer, I mean... See, the thing that's nice about Uzi's system is that there's almost no time risk, right? He takes the one tick and then that's it. He doesn't sit in it. So that might give us some ideas about where it's going to be slow and where it's not. Anyways, I guess that's really it. I don't have much else to say. Be careful about Bitcoin, guys. That doesn't look good to me. I mean, it might hold there at 6, but man, it just looks like it's ready to just puke. I don't know. I don't want to say like it's definitely going down today, but I mean, eventually I do believe that it's going to go to 3K. Maybe it does it today. It sure doesn't look pretty today. We'll see what happens. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good day. Better day at least.